Our last customer discussion is with Magid Glove. Thank you, Dave, for joining us here today. Can you tell everyone a little bit about yourself and Magid Glove?
Sure. My name's Dave Forberg. I'm Vice President of Operations for Magid Glove and Safety. We're a privately held manufacturer and distributor based out of Romeoville, Illinois, right outside of Chicago. We have manufacturing facilities in Romeoville, three plants in the Philippines, and we have operations in Mexico. We distribute primarily out of Romeoville and Houston for the US, and have seven facilities throughout Mexico and a partner that we work with in Canada. We represent over 700 manufacturers products as well as the items that we make on our own. We make about 2,500 different products in Romeoville and an equal amount or equivalent amount of different items in our operations in the Philippines.
I know that you guys are a PPE provider. Can you tell us a little bit about how the pandemic affected your business?
So we happen to be in a good inventory position, and we had a number of products that were suited for people that were trying to deal with the COVID situation. And so we were able to pivot the business to really bring those goods to the market quickly and in large numbers. Our traditional customer base, as the pandemic was working its way across the country, they started shutting down. So our business did soften during that time for our industrial base of customers. But these new products sort of more than offset that dip. And in recent months, as businesses have been coming back online, our industrial volumes are increasing, and we continue to sell some of these products that are related to COVID. But because of the such large demand, we have put many of the products on allocation. We will try to get as many customers as much inventory as as we can get them for their needs. But we do have to manage the inventories pretty closely, looking at the demand really week to week still. But we are able to meet our customers' demands now. And it's good to see their businesses coming back online. There were a number of items that we did not make. So in late April, well, actually throughout the month of April, we were quickly prototyping a number of different things. I think we did over 40 masks, 40 different designs and types of masks. Everything from disposable to cloth masks or multi-layered masks, and we're able to bring those up, get those out to some people to test. And those were being done domestically in Romeoville. We also produced a number of them in our Philippines plants, and then worked with some suppliers to make others for us on our behalf. And so in total, we probably ended up looking at, I'd say 80 to 100 different types of masks only. In addition to that, we quickly prototyped a number of different types of gowns that we could get to hospitals and first responders, and disposable coveralls. So we made those in Romeoville, and we also brought in a lot of rolled goods of Tyvek and similar materials into Romeoville, and we were able to actually use S2K in our Gerber system to do some large run cuts of that and ship containers of it to other finishers who could sew the products together for us. We were looking for as much help as we could get in Romeoville, but we had more materials coming in, so we were able to use the functionality of S2K actually to set up subcontractors, basically, where we would cut the work, we'd ship it out to them, they'd ship it back in, we'd record the inventory, and so we were able to track the inventory through the supply chain, going from Romeoville to points in Asia to make products for us and track it coming back, and then bring it back into inventory and then allocate it out to our customers. So we did quite a bit. We probably in total made around 120 to 150 different styles. A style for us is an SKU, and we went through the design, quick development, built the routing and bill of material, and we're able to manage the incoming raw materials and the outgoing shipments very effectively. And in addition to that, the shop floor controls every day. You can imagine we're getting calls every day. Hey, when's this order going to be done? Can you get 1,000 more units over to this customer? And so we're able to tap into shop floor controls and see exactly where we're at. And we're at 75% of completion of that order, or at 80% completion. And so we could estimate, when we would be complete with the order to get the product out. So it was great just to have the information right there to be able to answer those types of questions.
Wow, that's great. I know that you guys have rolled out iPads in the shop floor for your manufacturing production area. Can you tell us a little bit more about how you're using these iPads to capture production data?
Sure. We adapted the standard S2K shop floor controls for use on an iPad, and so some of it is the straight functionality out of the box. Some of it we also custom developed to capture each step. So our production operation is discrete, and we have a number of different operators that would contribute to producing an item with different steps throughout the routing. And so we use the shop floor controls to track when each step starts and stops, and where we put the whip in between different processes on the shop floor. And we have the ability for our operators to scan their employee number. They scan the manufacturing order number / routing step to start an operation. Upon completion, they confirm the quantity that they have made. They can enter in any kind of scrap or waste or exceptions. We capture all that data, and then the item is moved to a whip location that we record, and the next subsequent operation picks that up and continues on the operation with the next routing step. So we're able to track the inventory moving through the production floor, the production status. We're capturing the scrap rates, and it's all being done with an iPad, so it's very simple and very familiar to our operators. They have them at home, so when they come to work, it's just the same type of device. They know how to navigate through it. Now, we did streamline the interface for the operator so that it's really simple. We're just capturing only the information that we need, but we're able to build on the back end all of the reporting from that to track what the productivity levels are by operator, by routing step, to track where we're creating waste that we can look at, improving the way that we handle the materials or perform the operation to increase our yield. So we get a lot of great data from the shop floor controls, and it's really simple for our operators to use.
Wow, that's great. So what type of analytics are you doing with this data?
We're using Cognos to create some reports and queries that allow us to sort from the largest variance to the smallest variance within a work team. So we can look at all of the work that's flowing through a work team, and we'll know which items and which steps cause us the highest inconsistency. And so the supervisors review that daily, and they go and they look for the next time we're making that style to follow it through the floor to see what's causing the variance. So some of that reporting being fed from the shop floor controls, and then using Cognos to present it in a better way for our team is really helpful. It's really difficult to make products, these types of products, in the US and compete with the rest of the world. That's just the reality of our situation. So whatever we can do to be as effective as possible and to be as efficient and track, to eliminate as much waste as possible really helps us. And so having the tools alive on the floor is just a key to making that happen. And to make that happen, we need to have people dedicated to pulling that information. So that's been really helpful for us.
Thank you, Dave. That's great. It's a great story, and we really appreciate the contributions that Magid has made to assist the country during the pandemic. Any closing remarks for our customers?
These are really interesting times for all of us, and we happen to be in a situation that we're able to do something to help our community and to help our customers and take care of our employees. And we've been able to do more with our production operations. I think in part because of S2K. We've got a lot of great people that are really committed to making products, and we've given them the tools to help make that as easy as possible. And so we're able to do well during these difficult times. And so just not sure how to wrap it up, but it's hopefully some of our story resonates with some of the people that are listening, and they can take a couple of pieces of information out of it. If you're considering acquiring S2K and implementing it, we've had a great experience to this point, and we're looking forward to expanding how we're using S2K in other parts of the business. We're taking a slow approach to it, but that's okay with us. We want to make sure we get it right instead of getting it fast. That's been our mantra throughout the whole implementation. So good luck to everybody.
Yes, good luck to everybody. And I thank you, and I thank all the customers that shared their experiences here today.